Hey, what's going on, folks? It's me coming at you again with another vid. I wanted to talk to you guys about some recent news that's occurred today. No, not this time, not Ronda Rousey, even though there is more news on her situation, but I'll get to that in another video. But this video, I'm going to go ahead and revert back to boxing here. It says here that the Miguel Cotto has been stripped of the WBC title. However, he still remains as the recognized linear champion. And here's why. It says here, quote, on BoxingScene.com, article written by Jake Donovan. The WBC hereby announces that effective immediately, this is coming from the WBC, has withdrawn recognition of Miguel Cotto as the WBC World Middleweight Champion. If Sal Canelo Alvarez wins the fight against Cotto, he'll be recognized as the WBC Middleweight Champion. The ruling is equivalent to a defending champion missing weight at the pre-fight weigh-in, which would result to the title being vacated at stake only for the challenger. But however, in this case, who remains as the recognized world linear middleweight champion is stripped of the title, while Canelo Alvarez is still positioned to win it. Of course, with the win will come with honoring any of the conditions that come with accepting said title. Now, honestly, this is kind of baffling to me because, in fact, not surprising because it seems that Miguel Cotto has been a bit of a diva lately ever since he entered the fight negotiations against Sergio Martinez a year ago and he won the title. Now, to me, I think this is a surprising move by the WBC, but again, it has happened before. I'll take you back to history for a minute. For example, George Foreman, when he became the unified and linear champion, when he knocked out Michael Moore back in '94, he was stripped of his titles because I think it was the WBA and the IBF. Yeah, he was stripped of those titles because, one, he refused to face his mandatories for those titles. Two, he did actually fight one mandatory that was actual Schultz for the IBF title. And Foreman won that fight by a controversial decision. And the IBF ordered the rematch between the two to take place in Axel Schultz's hometown in Germany. And Foreman refused to take that fight, so that's why he was stripped. However, despite being stripped by those two titles, he remained as the linear champion until he fought Shannon Briggs. So, this is interesting news. But again, it is not too surprising. But again, I have one word for the WBC. One thing to say about this, to them I should say, is that all of a sudden you have balls to make all these damn decisions as of late, ever since Floyd Mayweather retired. But why is it that you guys didn't strip him when he didn't defend his title against his mandatories, Amir Khan? And who was the WBC at the middleweight at the time? I think Arizona De Lara? I think he was. No, he was the WBA. I'm sorry. So why did you strip Floyd Mayweather when he was obligated to fight Amir Khan at the time, and instead he ducked him? And that was a whole year when Khan was made the mandatory. So, bit of a double standard there, which, by the way, I'm going to do another video on when I'm going to get to that, because I'm going to point out the hypocrisy with these sanctioning bodies over the years. So, let me know what you think about this. I'm signing off. Subscribe. Peace.